up? Don't play games. Let's go. Let's wrap this up. Call this meeting to order. All right, I'm gonna get a recommended act or a motion on the agenda.
So moved. Second, what he was talking about.
Give me a little bit of power.
I got a motion from Commissioner
Second.
Coleman and a seconded from Commissioner Long.
Oh.
No, because he kind of threw me off. Okay, do we have a motion, a question, oh, Jesus. Do we have a question on the motion on the floor? Seeing none, all that are in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimous. All right, that'll bring us to our only, hang on a second.
Here, you need these glasses again.
I do, bro, you good.
Approval of the minutes.
Approval of the minutes. Can I have a motion on the approval of the minutes?
I just want the public to know that I did text Commissioner Bazon's wife tonight and asked for an extra pair of reading glasses to leave it in the drawer. So we're gonna, between that is why we're gonna get this figured
I
out.
can't go to the truck.
Good Lord. I'm gonna get an approval on the minutes of the meeting. Do I have that motion?
So moved.
I have a motion from Commissioner Clark, seconded by
Second.
Commissioner Long. Any questions from the public on the motion? Seeing none, all that are in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes. All right, that'll bring us down to our consent agenda. Is it? That was the only item. All right, good deal. All right, on the consent agenda. That'll bring us to our public hearing and ordinance. Okay. Yep, there we go. All right, a variance to minimum rear yard setback for lot 339 and phase 7, tiny homes, Newberry Town Center Plan Development. Attorney?
All right, we are now entering a quasi-judicial procedure. This means that the commission will stop being a legislative body and will become a judicial board, which means we have to follow certain rules and adhere to a different standard of decision-making. Primary rule we must follow concerns testimony. The substantial and competent evidence standard must be met when the judicial board makes a decision. The standard states the following: all public testimony will be taken under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into evidence. The giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts. Closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. I am now going to read the resolution by title. This is resolution number 2025-50, a resolution of the City Commission serving as the Board of Adjustment of the City of Newberry, Florida, approving a variance as authorized under section 3.2.5 of VII Plans Development Zoning District pursuant to section 4.21 of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, more particularly described in Exhibit A, repealing all resolutions in conflict and providing an effective date. At this point, I'm going to ask the clerk to swear in the applicant, staff, and all participants requesting to speak on this matter. Anyone requesting to speak, stand up and be sworn.
Please raise your right hand and state your name.
Stacy Hectus.
Jordan Harlan.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You've been duly sworn.
Alright, before we begin, we need to disclose any ex parte communications and disclose whether any member physically inspected property. Ex parte communications are any conversations or transmission of information that may have any bearing or influence on voting members' decision.
That would be Coleman.
0.
Commissioner Clark.
None.
Commissioner Monty.
None.
Commissioner Long.
No.
And I have none myself.
I will now explain the order of presentations that we will follow on the item before us tonight. Presentation order, staff overview, applicant presentation of the application, no time limit, staff report and recommendation with no time limit, third party intervener, no time limit, public comments, 3 minutes before the board asks questions. Intervener representing 3 or more persons attending the meeting may speak for the group. There are no interveners. The applicant may cross-examine, the party interveners may then cross-examine, staff may then cross-examine, members of the decision-making body through the chair may then ask questions to the staff, applicant, party interveners, and the applicant participants. Any final argument may then be made by the applicant, party interveners, and then the staff related solely to the evidence and testimony presented at the hearing and introduced into the record. I will advise the decision-making body as to the applicable law and the factual findings that must be made to approve or deny the application. I'm going to take liberties and do that now. You have to find competent substantial evidence in order to deny or approve the variance before you. Then there will be deliberation of the application, and then after deliberations, the vote shall be taken to approve the conditions, continue, or deny the application.
Thank you, attorney, and that will take it to you, Stacy.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Stacy Hectus with the Community Development Department. We're here this evening regarding Resolution 2025-50, which is variance 2504. And I'm going to give you just an update on what the Planning and Zoning Board reviewed, and action, and then we'll move to the, actual item. The Planning and Zoning Board recommended approval of the requested variance, but the applicant will need to apply for a plan development amendment and revise the plat to accommodate the requested setbacks for lots 331 through 365. So there will be no more need for continual variance requests. And then I gave you the 3 options for this evening. I'll bring that back up at the end. So the applicant is Tiny Home Newberry LLC, and it's a variance to the required minimum rear yard setback on lot 339 in phase 7 of the countryway of Newberry Tiny Home subdivision. And the required setback in this zoning district in this PD is 10 feet. The applicant is requesting a setback of 4.3 feet, resulting in a variance request of the 5.7 feet. And that is the code section in our code referencing those setbacks. The zoning is planned development, and the site is 0.02 acres, and that's parcel number 02544-070-339. And I put an orange circle around the singular lot. And if you look in that area where that circle is on the map, the lots 331 through 365 are the ones that align directly with that drainage area in the rear of those lots. The ones the ones that I mentioned earlier for the future PD amendment would be those lots from 331 to 365. And here is the zoning map with that parcel in there with the PD zoning on it. So the variance criteria are listed here, and the applicant is here, and they can go through these criteria with you to see where they meet or meet or don't meet the criteria, and I can leave it up for them if that's the best way to go.
All right, thank you, Stacy. Okay, if there's nothing else, we'll have deliberation with one commission. Commissioner
Vice
Coleman?
Mayor, just very briefly, I have something that I'd like to add, and then I think that the applicant has an opportunity before you all ask questions to present. So I will say that I reviewed the application, and this is typically not a situation in which a variance would be appropriate, because variances are only to be granted where a developer has not caused and an applicant has not caused the deviation from the land development code. It's being considered based on conversations between staff and the applicant regarding the timeline of the error and opportunities to correct before this stage in the process. The applicant has been advised that variances are not appropriate where the applicant has made an error causing the non-compliance with code. And the city does not have, nor does the city accept any responsibility to catch developers' errors at any specific point in the development timeline. Future variances for developer-caused issues would be inappropriate. So that is the city attorney's statement on this.
Okay. Commissioner Coleman?
Go ahead.
Are we talking one?
Hang on. Would the
The applicant would,
would you like to, no? You're good? Okay, so now we're good. Okay, Commissioner Coleman, sorry.
So all in all, we're talking 1.4 feet,
no.
5.7 from 4.3?
No, 10 is the requirement, and they're requesting a setback of 4.3 feet, which results in an actual variance of 5.7 feet, almost.
6 feet, so as tall as me. Well, I'm 6'3". Really? I'll forward it to you. This is
Commissioner Clark?
I got all this. We've done a lot of variances here. Even the commissioner here, we've done sheds, we've done setbacks. Here's my only thing with this. This truly, we'll vote on it. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'll be glad to vote on it. But what I just seen was a retention pond behind the thing. So what does it matter? Here we go again. We just did this with a fence, retention pond by the fence. 2 years ago or whatever it was, and here we are. I mean, I'm with the commissioner. 5 feet with a retention pond? I mean, is this a construction plan problem? Is this a PD problem? Where does this lie And why is it such a big deal with nothing behind it? That's all I'm asking.
So the applicant designed the setbacks for their plan development community, for this plan development piece. They have now built and have designed a home that's just a little bit too big to fit there.
The home or the pads or the land? Is it a fence or is it the home?
The home. And so the PD amendment, so we don't have to keep coming back here for these variances, those lots that I specified in that,
Will allow them to do the whole road?
if they can come in and do the PD amendment, so we don't have to keep
What do we
coming
do?
back here and doing this. The applicant is already aware, and they're supposed to be putting, their PD amendment together to come bring it back to you
You've
all.
already talked to the owners
yes.
sitting right there, the PD amendment?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it
Everybody's
actually this
good with
morning.
it?
I'm sorry,
Everybody's good with it?
seems to be.
Okay. I think this is I'm just saying, to me, it's crazy for,
Move
it'd be
to,
different if we had people on each other. These are small lots anyway. These are, I mean, it just blows my mind, to tell you the truth.
move to approve.
Is there Stacy, is there something in your 1, 2, and 3 that has to get moved to approve with something? Or are we just gonna let staff handle this with a PD?
There you go, you can adopt resolution, grant the variance, adopt with conditions, or deny.
Well, it sounds like you already got the conditions. Y'all already talked to the owners. We're gonna get a PD amendment, so I think that's where we go. If they're good with it.
So do we not need a motion?
Yes.
We still need a motion.
You still need a
Yeah,
motion.
absolutely, and you would adopt with conditions, resolution 2025-50 is what you would say.
And the conditions are that you've talked to them and that we're already gonna do a PD amendment on all that whole road.
The whole row that is backed up to the
And then they'll come back for BOAs every time.
And Mr. Chair,
No, we're going to.
so I hear what the commission's saying, although I caution the commission on the difference between staff just do it and no staff, we set the rules. Don't break the rules without coming back to us to follow the rules, right?
I think these could have been conversations. I mean, seriously. But I'm
We
with you.
can, staff cannot, the manager does not have the authority to break y'all's rules.
No, I got it.
So that's why even the attorneys say, even though this doesn't really qualify for a variance because of the extraordinary situation of being back up against. However, whether it's 1.2 feet or 5.7, some of these lots do get over, but they won't now because we caught it. They will get over utility lines, right? They will get over water lines, they will get over sewer lines, they'll get over electric lines. I'm not saying this one, but I'm saying the reason why we have this process is because it may seem like, well, it's just a foot, we gotta do all this for a foot.
Is the utilities in the rear?
I'm talking about the future lots. Why we need to do the amendment, because the way that the shift was, it was gonna create some other issues later down.
In the
not
front.
this one,
Up front.
Yes.
in the front, right? So when we have these rules, and we have these surveys, and we have the plat, we know exactly where the house is built, your staff is not empowered. You guys made that choice, to not empower your staff to make the kind of decision. So I hear the commissioner say, we're here for 5 feet. I get it, I understand that emotional reaction, but you guys have not empowered staff to make that kind of decision for you. Y'all set the rules, we enforce the rules. If you wanna change that rule, we can think about
No,
changing the
I
rule.
know, Mr.
But
Manager.
a foot may be a big deal in a different situation.
We always talk about the common sense approach backed up to something when you were a mayor. You were the mayor, we did this right out here.
And I'm
It was
not
on a
arguing that you
retention
shouldn't
pond, we
change
couldn't
the
build a
rule.
pool.
Right.
The place, I mean, couldn't move a shed because it was 4 foot on the
Right.
fence. It was all basically going, hey, let's just get the,
Which
That
is
was
why
for
your attorney
accessories.
said
yep.
we should have granted the variance,
Right.
common sense.
Well, amend the
You have
PD,
it.
far as I'm concerned, with conditions.
Yep, that was for accessories, when you all did that, I saw the code change, you all did it for accessories on backing up to commercial and accessories on, retention ponds,
right.
not primary residences.
And I
Or
will say,
accessories.
we just had a
You said we deal with
conversation
this.
that didn't sound like the commission was in favor of giving administrative authority to the staff so that we could make some of these kinds of decisions and we bring it back in front of you guys on consent. And it didn't sound to me like you guys were much in favor of giving that common sense ability back to staff. So I mean, we just gotta get some clarity from the
We'll
docs.
get clarity. We'll have this
Which
as a
one do you-
discussion item.
Right, which one do you want? Do you wanna give that kind of authority, or do you, cause right now, I'm very, very aware that you guys want to make sure the rules y'all set are the rules that get followed. So, whether it's a foot or a mile, we follow direction, but this is y'all's direction.
Okay.
Move to approve with every, unit with the conditions and.
Move the pin or check.
Well, what's the?
Hang on. Do we have any other questions from the dais?
Yeah, I just wanna
Commissioner
know
Monty.
why wasn't this in the original plan? How come it's coming up now?
The reason we need a variance is because this doesn't follow the original plan. So the original plan was fine. The developer came and said, well, and I let the applicant speak for himself, but my hearing of the story was, hey, this house would look better if it was just a little bit further back with a little bit bigger porch. And no one really, because it's a retention pond, no one really thought much about it, just like the commissioner said, hey, it's up against a retention pond, right? Who cares? Well, it encroached into the easement, but it was in the plan, it wasn't in the plans that you guys approved, which again, y'all approved the plan. I can't unapprove the plan that y'all approved, right? That's why we're here tonight. I didn't mean to.
No, you,
Go ahead, you have the applicant, Lee?
just, part of the original reason was in the original plan, we had, just say, for example, 5 houses and then 5 straight-in parking lots. And we moved the parking lots to side parking on the street per the city staff, which we agreed with was a good idea. With that, it moved our houses back and gave us less room for the road because of the property line. We only own up to the fence on the north side of the road. And then we built the other 2 houses there and they just weren't big enough to suit what we wanted. So that's why we made this one, larger, and that's why we did the variance for it. And then, as Stacy said, we had to come back and get the whole, PD permit.
Is there gonna be a fence between the retention pond and the property?
But there is a fence between the retention pond and the house, yes, sir.
So they're only gonna have like a 5 foot,
4.6.
4.6 between the house and the fence, is that what I'm?
Between, I think there'll be 4 foot between the fence and the slope to go down to the retention pond.
Okay.
But the little house, I think, how many square feet?
550.
The 2 stories or 5 feet?
Yeah.
The 2 stories is 650, the 1 story is 550. And the one that we're, getting the variance on tonight is the 1 story.
Stacy, good catch. You did good.
All right, Z, I need you to take some of that bass out of your voice next time you talk. You're gonna take some of the words you were saying.
I wanna brag on Stacy now. I
Yeah.
bragged on you, but hey, I'm glad we're coming to a good conclusion.
Yeah, I get.
Do I need to, say
Understanding.
each lot between 331 and 365?
Or
Or
move to approve
Sure,
the
we'll do
conditions on the screen.
that's what I said earlier.
All right, we're gonna have a second on that motion.
Second.
I got a second. First by Commissioner Coleman, and I have it seconded by Commissioner Clark. Is there any questions on the motion on the floor from the public? Seeing none, all that are in favor with this motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. And I think that was our only agenda. Do we have any comments from the city manager?
I should have announced that we are our own Veterans Day ceremony happening on November 11th. We have one more meeting in between that ceremony now, but I should go ahead and get it out here to the public. I believe it's a 9 a.m. start time at our Veterans Memorial. The mayor's youth council is taking the lead on hosting that event, so I hope everybody can come out. It'll be a short 30 minutes while the weather's nice and cool, so November 11th at our brand new Veterans Memorial, we will have our own ceremony. Love to see everybody there.
What we gonna do up at the high school day? Or,
Someone burned popcorn. Oh, that what? I thought you were about all the fire trucks. That was burnt popcorn. That's why all fire trucks had to go. And this evening is the Criminal Justice Expo. It was moved from a spring event to a fall event. So you probably saw the chopper come in, the dogs, and there's a ton of cops up there.
That's what my nephew was talking about.
they're gonna do a free helicopter ride.
City attorney?
They get the one over there to the crossbars hill.
City clerk? Clark? Commissioner Clark, you have anything? Comments? Just quick comments?
Coleman.
Clark, no.
Andre
Coleman,
Hey, y'all look the same. I was waiting to say that one. Commissioner Clark?
He's my third cousin.
Commissioner Muncy? Nope. Commissioner Long? No, I did forget that we do have, Greenville has their fall festival on the 8th, November the 8th, and then downtown will have their festival November 15th. So there will be another opportunity for these guys to make it, because that wing truck's gonna be there. Just saying.
I gotta get some amazing wings.
All right,
They are pretty amazing.
all right, and that's all I have, so with that, we are adjourned.
Awesome.
Later, good.
Clark, I wasn't reading your glasses bad, I was
Waiting for,